how do you feel architects can ensure their designs effectively contribute to business outcomes, particularly in industries where technology impacts are profound?
The point here is to be sure that our job, our architecture, our design choice add value to the business. Okay, this is the point. So, what are the ways, the tools to achieve this result? The first answer is DevOps is the main tool. DevOps is just about this. Maybe this is the answer, but I can say more. Say collecting metrics, so the importance of collecting data, having architecture that are easy to adapt. So this is a subject, this is a question we have read before, meaning we need architecture that we can modify easily. So again, we have to speak of domain-driven design and microservices. If our architecture is organized with, is designed with these principles in mind, we'll be able to easily modify each single pieces to maximize the value added to the enterprise. So we don't need, if something goes wrong, if there is a problem, we don't need to rewrite a big part of our application. We have to identify the small part, was change can give, was modification can maximize the value added to the business. So obviously, we have also a different, you must say, a different way to approach requirement collection. We have to take under consideration the value added to the business, not only the actual user requirements. We have to change our mind and to think about the value added to the business from the beginning. Is something similar to security by design. When we collect the requirement, and every single piece of the user collected data must be scratched and analyzed under this point of view, considering the value added to business. What value is added to the business by this action? What is the best way to maximize the value added to the business while performing this action? And so in my opinion, there are three: DevOps, domain-driven design and microservices, and then keeping in mind the value added to the business from the beginning of the requirement collection.
Francesco already answered most of, or just try to summarize it. As Francesco said, DevOps, the answer is DevOps. Why the answer is DevOps? Because with DevOps, you have the possibility to collect information in a small period of time about the evolution of the application. And then you have the feedback that will give you the opportunity to design better the application for the near future, that will have to design the next cycle of DevOps. Architecture by concept is the idea of implementing something that makes things easily to adapt it to maintain, right? So if you have a good architecture, it's going to be easier to adapt for new functionalities that you may have, or to maintain if you have something wrong, right? So if you are good architecture, you will give space for the business team to define better solutions. And with DevOps, you're going to have a faster feedback, and you're going to adapt faster the application, and you're going to give more value to the business. So it's a good cycle when you have DevOps well implemented together with a good architecture design, because you're going to have increased value of the solution that you are developing.